Hey guys, welcome back to Rachel Reads. My name is Rachel. I love to read and write Christian fiction, and today we are doing a book haul because I got some books from a half-price store, and I also ordered 2 books off of Amazon. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. So the first 4 books are from the half-price store, and that means I got them for a pretty good price, and I'm really glad I got them. Although the first one is the second book in the series, meaning I have to order book 1 and 3. It's fine. I'll get to it eventually. But that book is Rematch by Aaron Mangum. This is book 2 in the... it's book 2 in the Lauren Holbrook series. This book is really good. I enjoyed it. I'll read the back cover. Well, no, I can't read the back cover because that's spoiler. So I'll explain book 1. Pretty much, she works at this photography company, and she ends up kind of becoming like a matchmaker. But like, she ends up also having to get on like a fake date to do some matchmaking stuff. And it's kind of funny. It really is funny though. So, and these are really good books that are Christian books. And I highly recommend, if you've never read an Aaron Mangum, please read Aaron Mangum. Her Christian fictions are so good. I love them so much. I recommend starting with probably like the Paige Alder series because they're shorter. At least that's my preference. But you could start like from the very beginning and start with Mismatch and then go on with this series and then do the Maya Davis, then Paige Alder. And I really would recommend her standalone Sketchy Behavior. That honestly was so funny. So yeah. The next book I got is Finding Lady Enderley by Joanna Davidson Politano. I did give this book, I think, like 3.5 stars, but I really want to own all of her books, and it was a half-price store, so I thought, why not? Might as well get it, because I did enjoy it. It just wasn't my favorite of hers, and I'll go ahead and read the back cover so you can kind of see what's going on. Raina's dreams are all about to come true, but some dreams turn out to be nightmares. Raina Breton is a rag woman in London's East End when a handsome stranger appears in a dank alley, offering her a glittering smile and a chance for adventure. Rothburn Abbey has a unique position for her, one that will take away from her hard-scrabble life and give her a chance to be a lady. The Raina has traded squalor for silk and satin. Something about the Abbey is deeply unsettling. As she wrestles with her true identity, the ruin, decay, and secrets she finds at the heart of the old mansion tear at her confidence and threaten to reveal her for who she really is. Only one man stands between her and the danger that lurks within, and only if he decides to keep her biggest secret hidden. This is kind of like a Cinderella retelling in some aspects, so I think if you go in knowing that, it does help, but it's not exactly like a Cinderella. So the rags to riches is like Cinderella, but besides that, there's not much. But I do recommend Joanna Davidson Politano's books, and this one's pretty good. Next book I got is one I don't talk about much, but this was one of the books that helped me get back into reading. Well, after I just got back into reading again, this is one of the books that kind of helped me, and that is The Merciful Scar by Rebecca St. James and Nancy Rue. This is Christian fiction. I do want to say that there are some trigger warnings, so I would recommend looking them up before you start reading this book. But it is really good, and it touches the heart. It touches on some very deep subjects, so that is why I recommend a trigger warning. But it is good fiction, and I do recommend it if you've never heard of it or never read it. So the third book I got is Dear Mr. Knightley by Catherine Ray. I love this book so much. I give it 5 stars. I enjoyed it. It is epistolary, so it's written in letters except for the last chapter, but it is so good. And I'll go ahead and read you the back cover because I can't explain it as well. Samantha Moore has always hidden behind the words of others, namely her favorite characters in literature. Now she will have to learn to write her own story by giving that story to a complete stranger. Sam is, to say the least, bookish. An English major of the highest order, her diet has always been Austen, Dickens, and Shakespeare. The problem is, both her prose and conversation tend to be more Elizabeth Bennet than Sam Moore. But life for the 23-year-old orphan is about to get stranger than fiction. An anonymous Dickensian, a Dickens fan, benefactor, calling himself Mr. Knightley, offers to put Sam through Northwestern University's prestigious middle school of journalism. There's only one catch. Sam must write frequent letters to the mysterious donor, detailing her progress. As Sam's dark memories mingle with that of eligible novelist Alex Powell, her letters to Mr. Knightley become increasingly confessional. While Alex draws Sam into a world of warmth and literature that feels like she's straight out of a book, old secrets are drawn to light. And as Sam learns to love and trust Alex and herself, she learns once again how quickly trust can be broken. So that is pretty much what this book is about. It is epistolary, so if you're trying to find more like that, there's always Authentically Izzy. But this one's really good, and it's kind of like the original one, but it's way more like literature heavy, classic heavy. And this one's like, Authentically Izzy is like hilarious. This is not as much, but it has its moments, and it's pretty good. So I do recommend it. Next two books are the ones I got from Amazon, and the first one is The Wonderland Trials by Sarah Ella. I love this book so much. I gave it 5 stars. I don't know if I've enjoyed one of her books more. Out of all the books I read by her, this is number one, period. There is none above this one. I love the spin on Alice in Wonderland because I've never liked the movie, and the selections I've read of the book, I haven't enjoyed it, but this one is so good. I love it so much. And also, I love when you can take the dust jacket off and there's that shiny gold cover inside. I love it so much. So I'll go ahead and redo the description. Solve the clues, face your fears, survive the trials. All Alex Little wants is to escape her normal life in Oxford and find the parents who abandoned her 10 years ago. But she gets more than she bargained for when her older sister Charlotte is arrested for having the infamous Wonder Gene, the key to unlocking the curious Wonderland of reality. Soon, Alice receives a rather cryptic invitation to play for Team Heart in this year's annual, and often deadly, Wonderland Trials. Now she has less than 24 hours to find her way into Wonderland where nothing is impossible, or what it seems. The stakes are raised when she discovers players go missing during the trials each year. Will she and her team solve the clues and find the missing players? Or will betrayal and distress win, leaving Alice alone in a world of her own? Follow this white rabbit into this topsy-turvy fantasy where players become prey. A sip of the wrong tea might as well be poison. And the queen's ways do not lead one where they ought to go. If that description doesn't hook you, I don't know what might, because this book is so good. If you enjoy fantasy authors like Nadine Brandes or Lindsay A. Franklin, you'll definitely love this book because their reviews are on the back cover. Other authors I recognize, there's Catherine Yeh, Nadine Brandes, and Lindsay A. Franklin. If that doesn't sell you, if none of that sells you, the cover, the description, the reviews, please just read it. Just read it. It's so good. I know a lot of people in BookTube have liked it. I know Lindsay does. I know Book Lover Amanda, she gave it 4 stars. I know Celestria, she read it. A lot of people have read this book. Please read it. It's going to be one of the best decisions. And the last book I got from Amazon is kind of a surprise because I haven't read this book yet, so I can't say much. But I've read 10 of her other books, and they're so good. All of them have 5 stars, even though one of them has a surprise at the end that I was not in the mood for. But it was good. I enjoyed it. So the last book I got is Mind the Gap by Erin Mangum. I have never read this book, but I've read 10 of her other books, and they're so good. So I'm really excited to get to this one. I kind of want to forget reading anything else, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to enjoy it because all her books are so good. They are so faith-filled. And I know a lot of the girls on here like them, but like I said, if you've never read Erin Mangum, what are you doing with your life? Go read Erin Mangum. Now here's for the description. London is calling. Always, always. Kate Mangum has spent her life preparing to be a teacher, and 6 weeks into her dream come true, everything crashes and burns thanks to budget cuts and a hiring freeze. With nothing but bowls of cookie dough and Pride and Prejudice marathons to look forward to, it's not a hard decision when her grandmother calls and invites her on a trip to London. However, instead of being an escape from reality, London just proves to be a catalyst for bringing the worst out in Kate. All her fears, insecurities, and frustrations seem to be right in front of everything, and her feisty grandmother, not to mention their quick-witted tour guide, aren't helping to lift the mood. What could the Lord possibly be doing to cause Kate so much havoc in her life? When everything seems to be falling apart, could it be Jesus putting things back together, but in a way Kate never could have imagined? Grab your passport and a hot cup of coffee. This is a London adventure you won't want to miss. Aaron Mangum, folks. Aaron Mangum. Good reader. So that is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time in a different video. Might be out of order. Probably a writing video or maybe a book blog type thing. I don't know, but I'll see you next time. Bye.